Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Oh, it's a promising build-up. Ibrahimovic! Oh, good play on the left-hand side here.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
The seriously rapid Serginho. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's like a full-back, wing-back and winger fused into one. There's a lot of people who can learn a thing or two about the way he moves about the pitch.
Yeah, particularly the way he picks up those positions to gather goals and offer assists. Can he get it through? Mateus is onto this. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Serginho. Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. No, it's come to nothing. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Aimed in towards the centre. Mosquera tries to clear. Vieira, the man we've all come to watch. No goals as yet. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's a promising position. Oh, nice touch. Oh, that's fabulous. Takes aim and crosses. Ibrahimovic!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Chooses to go crossfield. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And he's certainly on... Shoots! And he's really put himself on the line here. And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. Seedorf. Costa Curta does well to stand up to him. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Seedorf must have made the worst possible choice there. It was crying out to be released left.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Vieira. That's a lovely, neat pass. And Puskás! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
McTominay with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Can he spark a counter here?
Jeff, Chiba really are packing the box now.
Yeah, it does seem to be something of a numbers game they're playing.
Well, it's exactly the right approach, Peter. If you can deliver quality balls from out wide, you need to make sure there's someone on the end of it. Simple.
And here's Haaland. Oh, lovely feed. He is such... He's having a shot! He's delivered all right! Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Defending here is really tight. Chooses to go cross-field.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
There's the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Mateus can see things others simply cannot. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0.
Added time.
With Toma. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Jeff, Chiba definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Mateus. Over to the left. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking for options for movement. While quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And here's Haaland. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Look, stopping him is imperative.
Ibrahimovic! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Seedorf plays it short. Ibrahimovic! Serginho is there, and he can get that clear. Still just a single goal between the sides. Vieira. That pass has been well intercepted. Opts for safety. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
He gets big! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. He is through here! Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Yaya Toure. Mateus. And it's Rijkaard. McTominay. Maldini. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He's picked his way through. He's under a lot of pressure there. Nice control. Elects to big header! Goal! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Danielson. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Vieira. That's a good ball out wide. And that is out of play. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Well, that is the number we all wanted to see. What a sight this is.
Well, I find it a little surprising he was on the bench to start with, Peter, but listen, I'm still excited to see him in action.
Coming on the field,
Serginho.
number 15.
That's Vieira.
Number 9.
An instinctive delivery. Maldini clears it away. Oh, he's been caught napping. Goes for a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! River Plate! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Jeff Chiba really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Neymar. And he's gone backward here. And the shot!
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Messi. Vieira. And it's Neymar. And it's Batistuta. Played out to the left flank. Danielson receives it in a good position here. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Serginho. And time is up. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And the finish! Oh, that is very close.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, this guy, Theo Hernandez, comes from a family with great pedigree, although he's a very different player to his older brother, who's a fine player in his own right. But Theo is about dynamism, pace and energy. He just loves to get on that front foot.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And this is Ibrahimovic, and this is Hullet. Mateus, Yaya Toure, and Mateus.
Haaland really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Out towards the flank. Llorente, played in deep, climbs up big, and it's hit the woodwork and out. Mitoma. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Llorente did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Neymar. Thinks one through. And he was alert to it. Tries to pass it through. And here's Rafinha. Neymar. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
This is the time you need that pace.
Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now it's Hullet. Seedorf. And here's Haaland.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
No, it's come to nothing. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Haaland! And the keeper's relieved to see that disappear wide.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Rafinha in acres of space out wide. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Spread it left. Llorente with the slide tackle there. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Hullet. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Rafinha. Mitoma is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Strokes it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
And this is Ibrahimovic. France upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Hullet dominates aerially so often. Now, can they get him away? Can he get onto this? Cross deflected behind for a corner. And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. Ball's out once more. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Rafinha puts a cross in. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Maldini. Hullet. Turns back here, probably the best option.
Additionnel, 1 minute.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. McTominay. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Kaka driving forwards. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Maldini defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, cracking ball. Now it's hard. Can he finish? It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Good running, strong and purposeful. Just eases him off the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That has been slung wide. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's in a great position here. As cross... A mighty effort! Crossbar comes to the rescue. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Hernandez. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. That's a throw. Opts for safety. And he's gone searching crossfield. Hernes, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Oh, it's come loose. He'll try to keep this alive. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And they can counter here. And it's Kaka. So, what can they make of this?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Sticks it away! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
That'll be a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Seedorf plays it short. Ibrahimovic! France are looking to go forward now. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of...
He's having a shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. That's a decent clearance. Hernandez. Beckenbauer. Rafinha. He's had a shot! Beckenbauer goes short. Kaká stood his ground strongly. Looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, that's fabulous. Decent chance! 1-0 as we head towards the end. Ibrahimovic looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Rafinha. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Well, there's the clearance. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Ibrahimovic voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, it was never a match that was going to blow us all away, Peter, but I felt the team did a lot right, especially that well-timed goal.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Ibrahimovic, and it's Neymar. Now, can they get him away? Haaland is wide and looking to get onto this.
There's the golden nugget, that is Paul Scholes, one of the game's unsung heroes.
And nothing seems to change him. All that adulation, he's the same bloke.
Agreed, but on a world level, he ought to have higher status. But he's never been one for hugging the limelight. He just loves being the quiet assassin.
Pull it. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early. Takes a shot! It's anyone's ball now. Pullet is flagged offside. Ibrahimovic. Neymar. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, it's a great ball here. And it's a corner. Pullet with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Still goalless at the moment. Pullet constantly looking for the ball into the box. And it's Neymar. Now it's Neymar. That's tidy. And no, he's seen through all of that. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Ibrahimovic.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Neymar going full steam ahead down the left flank. And it's Neymar. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now it's Haaland. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he get it through? Good ball, good take. No, it's come to nothing. McTominay going vertical. Threads one in. Oh, played through for the wide man. That is good strength. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Played back in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Not the most accurate pass. Park Ji-sung. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Van Dijk is there, and he can pick it up. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Park Ji-sung knocks it into space. Played back in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Lukaku. And it's Ibrahimovic. And now the breakaway. And it's Hullet. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
This possibly the last play of the half. Defending of the desperate variety. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Jeff, Chiba clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Cannavaro defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Park Ji-sung. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Well timed, excellent interception. Ibrahimovic. Lovely bit of skill. He's picked his way through. Oh, well played. Kept cool and dealt with it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And here's Lukaku. And it's hoisted clear. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, that's beautifully weighted. McTominay gets it clear. Serginho. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Haaland.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
And they can counter here. No outsmarting him this time. Tries to pass it through. Pass just lacking in accuracy.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And it's been played through. Yaya Toure is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Neymar. Oh, such a clever touch. And it's Yaya Toure. Mateus. Looking for options for movement. Cross needs to be good. And that should get the job done. Scholes. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's there to get it away. And he's gone searching crossfield. And it's Ibrahimovic. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's there to belt it away. There will be a throw-in.
Substitution.
McTominay. And they've switched it over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Delivers with whip. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Seedorf. Lovely feet. Serginho wins the duel this time.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
And it's Serginho. Serginho. There he goes, motoring forward. Crossed in. Big header! And he's straight offside.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Manchester United, number 3, Serginho. Number 18, Scholes. Coming on the field, number 11, Hazard. Number 41, Rice.
Yaya Toure plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now it's Thuram. Haaland. Stood up well to him there. Gattuso. Now Hoeneß. Seedorf. Ball swung. Terrific header! Oh, that's incredible! Finally! 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 One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have the first goal. And we're done. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Thuram picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Toure defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running.
He rises! And he's done it! There is the breakthrough! Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Benfica finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Not the most accurate pass. Yaya Toure. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. That's good play. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Mitoma really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
And he's picked it up out wide. And that's been drilled in. And he's heaved it away. Now it's Hullet. He has found a way through. Roberto Carlos.
Benfica clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Hullet! It's anyone. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Ibrahimovic. Decent chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Ball is over the line. Maldini. Yaya Toure. And Mateus. Yaya Toure plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And it's Yaya Toure. Hullet. And Hullet! Now, who's going to be first to this? Van der Vaart. And it's Neymar. For Messi. Knocks it into space. And he was quick to react.
That's just playing it safe and simple. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Messi! It's Neymar! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Half-time getting close now. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Maldini. Rijkaard. Mitoma. Mitoma. Rice was in no mood for any of that. Mbappe. And it's Messi. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Lovely feet. Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here.
Jeff, Chiba definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Great ball. Messi! Messi! From another planet! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Seedorf's delivery. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Mbappe. Played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Pass somewhat off target. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now this could be a chance. Crosses it in. And that has been cleared.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He's found a way through. Van der Vaart. 60 minutes played. Rice. Cafu. He's had it taken off him. Aimed beyond the defence. Lovely bit of skill. Mateus. Oh, smashing header!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, he's got a... It's Ibrahimovic! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Seedorf goes short. And he shoots! That's going to go a long way. Benfica have the chance to go the other way. Rice. And it's Roberto Carlos. Can he get on the end of this? Bullet constantly looking for the ball into the box. Goes looking wide. Doku. And he welcomes it in. Rice. Mateus did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bullet gets into a good position. He's got tall. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Rice. Cafu. Cafu tries making a foray down the right. It's Van der Vaart. Spread out to the left. Mbappe. Maldini gets rid without sophistication. De Ligt. Now Costa Curta. Driving on and making good progress. Now, can they get him away? Nice control. Iniesta cross, terrific header! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Rice. Cafu. De Ligt gets over and intercepts. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go for it.
And a chance! In for the pieces! Goal! Benfica! And the comeback is complete! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Mohamed Salah to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Benfica take the lead.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on? I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
He's got away, swept in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Mateus, and the counter is on. Looking to play him in. Oh, super chance for a shot! And he's there to belt it away. Backward it goes. Harness! They want to be quick to recover this. Roberto Carlos attempts a clearance. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. He's on it. Oh, shooting chance! And that will be the final act. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Look, they've been found wanting, in my opinion, in a few areas that would have made a difference to the result. So they need to go away and just have a good think about it. And I'm